friends. Welcome to this week's MKids Bible Adventures.
My name is Tebby. I love colors, I like butterflies, I love exciting things.
Hi everyone, my name is Natty. What I really enjoy to do is playing video games, writing and reading.
Hi everyone, my name is Charles. I like drawing, playing a lot, playing video games and things like that.
Awesome. So today we'll just get into the story. We're reading about Abram.
Yes!
Abram heard a voice. It came as a whisper, but he could feel the power of it. It was God who spoke.
Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Leave your country and your relatives and go to the land that I will show you. I will make you the father of a great nation. I will bless you with good things and make you famous. I will bless those who bless you and use bad things to curse those who curse you. But all the families of the earth will be blessed through you.
Who is this Abraham anyway?
Can we read on and find out? Great. Abram went to his wife Sarai. We're leaving Haran and going wherever the Lord leads us. Abram's nephew Lot came with them. They all packed their belongings, took their animals and servants, and traveled south. They camped beside an oak tree near the city of Shechem, in the land of Canaan. There the Lord appeared to Abram. I'm going to give this land to your children and their children. Children! Abram and Sarai had no children. So God's promise gave Abram hope. He built an altar for worshiping God and called it Bethel, meaning the house of God.
That's amazing.
Yeah. After a while, a famine came to Canaan. Do we know what a famine is?
No.
Famine is when there's no rain and there's no food. So after a while, a famine came to Canaan. No crops could grow. Abraham was so worried about providing food for his family that he moved to Egypt without asking God what to do.
Oh no.
Imagine that. The Egyptian king Pharaoh wanted Sarai for himself. Afraid for his life, Abram told the king that Sarai was his sister. God was angry. When Pharaoh learned who Sarai was, he sent her back to Abram. Abram and Sarai left Egypt and took with them a maid named Hagar to help Sarai. When Abram and Sarai and Lot and all their servants reached Canaan, they had so many animals there was not enough water or grass to feed them all.
Wow.
Abram's servants began to fight with Lot's servants. Abram and Lot decided they must separate. Though Abram was older and deserved first choice, he asked Lot where he wanted to go. Lot chose the best piece of land. Abram stayed in Canaan.
So generous.
Very generous, right?
Mm-hmm.
After Lot went away, the Lord spoke to Abram again. I am giving you all this land to you and your children forever. I will give you so many people in your family that no one will be able to count them all. Years passed. Abram and Sarai grew old. Sarai gave up hope in God's promise of children. She told Abram to sleep with her servant Hagar and have a son.
What?
Yeah. Abram did what Sarai asked, and Hagar gave birth to Ishmael. When Abram was 99 years old and Sarai was almost 90, God changed Abram's name to Abraham. God also changed Sarai's name to Sarah. Then God visited them with 2 angels and told Abraham that Sarah would have a son within a year.
Incredible.
Imagine that. How cool. Abraham believed, but Sarah laughed silently. So God told them their son's name would be Isaac, which means laughter. Yes, Natty?
Why did Sarah laugh?
She found it ridiculous that she would have a child at that old age. So she laughed. She giggled about it. And so it was, for they laughed with joy when their son was born. One day, Sarah saw Ishmael making fun of little Isaac, and Sarah feared for her son. She went to Abraham and told him to send Ishmael and Hagar away.
What?
The Lord told Abraham to listen to Sarah. Isaac was the child God had promised Abraham, and through Isaac, blessings would come to the world. Isaac grew up to be a fine boy. Abraham and Sarah loved him very much. God tested Abraham's faith by telling him to take Isaac to the top of a mountain and give him as an offering to God. Imagine that.
Really?
That must have been really scary. So Abraham got up early in the morning, chopped wood, made bundles of food and coals, saddled his donkey, and set out for Mount Moriah with Isaac. As they walked up the mountain, Isaac said, "We have wood and fire, Father, but where's the lamb for the offering?" "God will provide a lamb, son." Abraham believed God would keep his promise of many children through Isaac. If he had to give up his son as an offering, Abraham trusted God to bring Isaac back to life.
Wow.
That was some serious faith, huh?
Indeed.
When they reached the top of the mountain, Abraham placed the wood on a flat rock and put Isaac on the altar. As Abraham took out his knife,
No.
God told him, "You can lay down the knife, Abraham, for now I know that you truly trust me."
Amazing.
Imagine that kind of faith.
Wow, I was scared for a moment.
I know, right?
I can imagine your fear. Because you were willing to give your son as an offering to me, I will bless you, and all the nations of the world will be blessed because you obeyed me. Jesus, the Messiah, Savior and Lord of the world, came from Abraham's family many years later. Abraham is called the father of everyone who has faith in God. We're done with the story. Questions? Yes, Charles?
What do you think Sarah would have done if she was there?
Sarah's a mommy. I don't think she would have allowed that. That's just my guess. You have another question?
Wow, I'm just amazed at how what Isaac did and how Abraham was so willing to just sacrifice his own son.
Imagine how scared Isaac was.
He must have been really terrified. I think it was scary for both of them, actually. Yeah, because it's not easy for a parent to want to kill their child and for a child to see their parent about to kill them. So that must have been a scary time for them both.
I wonder if he was crying.
I wonder. So, can I tell you some interesting facts?
Sure thing.
Abraham means father of nations. Sarah means princess. Their grandson Jacob had many grandchildren of his own. Their families became part of many nations. So Abraham really did become the father of nations. How cool is that?
Amazing.
God lived up to his promise. He always does. Yes, Charles?
Did they marry their brothers and sisters or find other people?
I believe they found other people. But we'll listen on to the other stories and see where they got their spouses from.
This is getting very, very interesting.
It is, isn't it? Okay, so can I ask you a few questions about your own life, guys?
You got it.
What are some things that God is asking you to do, but you don't understand why?
For me, it's like to help those who look like they can help themselves.
And you don't understand why you should help them? Okay, that's interesting. Another question I have for you. Which of God's promises to you seem like they would take a long time?
I haven't really thought of it.
Okay, while you're thinking, can I ask another question?
Sure thing.
How can you show that you trust God to do what He says no matter how long it takes?
I guess it means having absolute faith in him.
Yeah. Like if he tells you to, like, for example, go to the desert with completely no water, then you're just walking there by yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And because he said it, will you obey? Fantastic. You guys are awesome.
And so are you.
So, we've come to the end of today's story. I pray the kids at home enjoyed that. And if you'd like to hear more of such stories, we invite you to visit the Miracle Life bookshop. There's plenty of books there with amazing stories like this one. Don't forget to join us next week for another exciting story from the Bible.
I just can't wait.
Bye.
Bye.